You may have been here before. GameMasters here, and today we are going to take a look at the map found in the new book, Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk. In the intro bumper, I mentioned that you may have been here before, and don't worry, we'll zoom in on this in just a moment. The map presented appears to have changed. Well, not at all from where it originated from the lost mine of Phandelver. However, I will show a comparison of the old map to this new one a little bit later in the video. Oh, and I'll tell you this up front, this video will contain spoilers, so go watch another one of my videos if you want to know nothing about this before the book itself comes out. First, let's take a look at exactly where Phandalin is. You can see on this map, right here on the coast is Neverwinter, and if you travel south on the high road towards Lionshield, you'll see Trilbor Trail. Heading east will take you past Cragmaw Hideout, and a little turn south will take you to Phandalin. Here's the map of Phandalin itself. Here in the west is Edermath Orchard, with primary tree growing being apple. It is run by a retired adventurer named, conveniently enough, Darren Edermath. Get to know the guy. He may just give you a quest, something to do with owls. Originally, he was a half-elf. In this new version, he is a drow. A little to the south is the town green. This is simply a small area in town where kids will gather and play. It's more or less an open park. Lennon's home rests just south of the town green, who owns and operates the Lionshield Coaster, which is the major trading post in Phadalin. It's been raided many times, and most recently even a supply caravan for the coaster has gone missing, so supplies are low. Engaging in conversation with Lennon may yield some good advice about another location in town where one might find some trouble. Before we hit Miner's Trail, I gotta thank these map supporters. They help grow this channel, and if you'd like details on how you can help, I'll leave information down in the description. You can also leave a thumbs up on this video. That helps too. Miner's Trail is a thin road that takes newcomers past the Phandalin Miners Exchange, another trading post, but this one concentrates more on weighing, measuring, and paying out the value of raw materials found within the nearby streams and valleys. The exchange also acts as kind of an unofficial records office of the town. A woman named Halia runs the place, and engaging her in conversation, well, she may very well just offer up a job opportunity. Her home is located on the map just east of the exchange. The Woodworker was a wood carving business run and operated by Thel Dendror. However, during a raid, sadly he didn't make it, and his wife and two children were relocated by those same raiding bandits. The building itself lays vacant, as it appears that no one else in the town wants to take over. The Townmaster's Hall is just across the street, and while Phandalin has no functioning government, the town elects a new person to serve as Townmaster each year, which in turn serves as a judge of sorts to keep track of any town records or dole out judgment on minor disputes. Harbin Wester is the current Townmaster, and his house is just behind the hall itself. The hall may also be a good spot to pick up an adventure or two. Cruising a bit to a small circular hub, you'll find the Shrine of Luck, Phandalin's only temple, which is dedicated to Timora, the goddess of luck and good fortune. It is overseen by an acolyte named Sister Gariella, and her home is right next to the shrine, and she most certainly has missions for the players to embark upon. Stonehill Inn is perhaps the busiest locations in Phandalin and provides 6 rooms for rent, as well as food and drink. Rumors abound, which will make this a perfect spot for picking up adventures and side quests. The proprietor is a human male named Toblin Stonehill. The Smithy is just north of the inn, and while the original source material, The Lost Mine of Phandelver, never really referenced this location, there was another book called Acquisitions Incorporated that details out that blacksmithing services were provided by a master blacksmith named Alger Frack, but that later he was slain and his apprentice took over. Her name is Maza Feldslater. It's unclear if the new version of Phandelver will include this information or not. Barthen's Provisions is perhaps Phandalin's largest trading post and was originally run by a human male named Elmar Barthen. In this new book, it is now run by a human female named Elmenia Barthen. While she doesn't stock weapons or armor, she does deal in other adventuring equipment and, of course, information. Her home is just behind the trading post. The Sleeping Giant is a rundown tap house, a bar, and a very run-down and seedy one at that. If you want to encounter trouble, this is the place to go. You'll get ripped off. The ale will be watered down, and you're going to pay double what it's normally priced. You may find yourself having been pickpocketed, and of course you'll likely have insults hurled your way in an attempt to rile you up and start a bar fight or worse. Just be prepared if you choose to enter. South of the Sleeping Giant and across a small hill is the Alderleaf Farm. It is run by a female halfling named Queen Alderleaf. She is very kind and generally knows all the information of events that happen in town. Play your cards right, and she may let you crash in her loft if you don't want to pay for lodging at the Stonehill Inn. And she, of course, may just have a quest for you. On top of a steep hill on the east side of town is Tresender Manor. It is less of a house and more of a castle. It's long been abandoned and run down, but has been taken over by a group of bandits, the same unsavory group that frequents the Sleeping Giant. Provided you can either dispatch the ruffians or happen to find the manor unoccupied, exploring the grounds and interior may yield a dungeon complex underneath. Just be prepared, as there are dangers that lurk below. That pretty much covers the map of Phandalin, and as mentioned, this is a comparison of the map as it was originally presented in the Lost Mines of Phandelver, and how it will be presented in the new book, Phandelver and Below. Not much has really changed, just a small tweak to the saturation and vibrance, and it also looks like a slight change to the font used in the name of the town itself, and the filigree around the corners is different, and the compass has been changed. While I can only hope that much of Phandalin's information will be expanded to include missing details from what we were given in Lost Mine, I will for sure be letting you all know what goodies can be seen when Phandelver and Below drops later this year. If you'd like to stay on the up and up, be sure to bookmark this playlist. It's only going to grow as I add more content. Talk to me down in the comments. What area or areas are you looking forward to the most in exploring in this new version? Keep in mind, the new book is going to expand outward and will be an adventuring hub for a much larger campaign. Again, comment below, and until next our paths cross, may you not run into trouble at the Sleeping Giant.